hard to believe that this evening, by our dinner, we're doing a memorial, a haskara, and our dear Talmud, our friend, Moshe Berkowitz. It's been a very, very hard few months for many people, his family, his friends, particularly for the Bnei Yeshiva, the people in the Yeshiva. It's been very, very difficult. But we maminim, Bnei maminim, and we realize that whatever the Rebbeinu Shalom does is for the best. The Rebbeinu Shalom knows, and we accept. When thinking back and trying to remember Moshe, the first thing that comes to one's mind is his beautiful smile. I don't recall ever Moshe not having a smile, not being besimcha. In today's time, where so many people are not happy, to see a boy that had struggles, but always besimcha, always happy, is something that we could all learn, we could all take from. The yeshiva itself, the anholas of the yeshiva, we owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to Moshe. Moshe, like was said many times, was an amud of the yeshiva. He was a pillar of the yeshiva. Tonight, look around the room. We feel we're missing something. Moshe is the first to help, the first to be in yeshiva, whether it was a Shabbaton, a Purim Chagiga, or regular morning and learning. Moshe, you could always count on, was there. We hope, and the people, this young Petira of Moshe won't go chas v'shalom in vain. But Taka, we all will remember, not only remember the good times that we had with him, but remember the good deeds that Moshe has done, and we can learn from them. Yehi zichron baruch.
If one were to use one word to try to sum up Moshe Berkowitz, that word would be ne'imus, sweetness. Everything about Mo was ne'imus, sweetness. Whether it was learning a Gemara, asking a kasha, speaking in hashkafa, dancing at a simcha, playing ball, eating with chaverim, or infusing his chaverim with his contagious simcha sachayim, it was all with ne'imus, sweetness.
But it behooves us to ask, how could a 19-year-old with it popular kid walk into yeshiva and withstand all the lures and temptations that society has to offer, and within a few years transform himself into a choshev ben Torah, a yarei shemayim, a mekadish shem shemayim, affecting the lives of so many people? The secret to Moshe Yehuda ben Yaakov HaKohen's success. When he walked through the doors of yeshiva, he attached himself to Torah. He attached himself to the Rosh Yeshivas, he attached himself to his Rabbeim. He attached himself to the warm environment of Yeshivas Ar Yitzchak, where he grew rich in Yediyas HaTorah and developed into a true Lamdan. It's with that Koyach HaTorah, with that Avas HaTorah, that helped Moshe rise above nature and touch the souls of hundreds, if not thousands, of people. That's why it's so appropriate that the yeshiva is being Messiah Shas, Bavli, hopefully several times for Moshe. And as they began writing a Sefer Torah, Le'ilui Nishmasa, because that's what Moshe represented.
Moshe was a pillar of Yeshiva Ar Yitzchak, and he served as an inspiration everywhere he went. We all gained from him, and we all owe him. He epitomized the concept of a best friend. If you go out, you'll find 50 or even 60 best friends that Moshe had. People considered him his best friend.
Mo was a special guy because he always taught me, learned with me. He always took me out. He's like a big brother figure to me, a father figure to me. He was always very good to me.
One of Moshe's strongest character points was his ability to be able to accept criticism. This I heard over stories from people from the Levaya, from the Shiva, from the Shloshim. They all came together and they all said one basic point of him. That if someone came over to him and said, they were doing something wrong, he would actually take it, consider it, think about it, and not only that, he would work on that. And not only that, above that, he would go to them a month or a week later and say, what you told me was right, and I worked on it, and I just wanted to say thank you. And I believe, for myself, that's an unbelievable character trait that I don't think a lot of people have. And I think that us as a yeshiva and as a community, if we could emulate that one character trait of Moshe, to be able to accept this criticism from, whether it be from our parents or our rebbeim, and not only to accept it, but to work on it, and not only to work on it, but actually to come back a month later and say, thank you, Rabbi, I've done what you've told me, and and I've changed my ways. I believe that would be an unbelievable schus for Moshe, and that would cause him a great aliyah for his neshama.
I'm Dan. Moshe Berkowitz was my brother. We didn't really come from a family that, forced you to do anything. And we grew up with my cousins. So out of the four of us, he was the oldest. And for him to just automatically be religious without anyone forcing it and, being a role model for us just says so much. When he did it, he actually meant it. And it says a lot about a person. When you actually do something, from your heart instead of just doing it because that's what people want you to do. I definitely respect him for that, and especially for me as a guy who, was always on and off with religion. Mo was always there no matter what. He didn't judge you. He heard you out. He understood. After Mo passed away, it was definitely a huge inspiration for me just to think about Judaism. I started coming to Har Yitzchak myself every night. I started learning with Rabbi Kamelhart. It's definitely a huge schus for his neshama, and especially for me also. Judaism is so real, and sometimes we forget, we get distracted, and it's just good to be learning again and davening. Yeah, definitely all because of Mo.
I came to Har Yitzchak about roughly 3.5, 4 years ago. And when I first started, I didn't know, what to think about it, what to make of the yeshiva. I just came from Mir. I was going through a rough time in my life. And, Rabbi Weissman pulled me in. And, from there it went unbelievable, When you speak of Har Yitzchak, you speak of variety, of uniqueness, of a yeshiva that mamish just takes in everybody. In all my years of being in yeshiva, I don't remember them rejecting anybody. We mamish, you have from the most, not religious people to the most yeshivish people in the yeshiva. It's more like a family than anything else. It's when you go there, something draws you to the yeshiva. It's a feeling. It's like, they say when you go to the kotel, you kind of get that feeling of, there's something there, something in the air. It's the same things about the yeshiva, whether it's from Rabbi Wallerstein, whose charisma is unbelievable, or Rabbi Groner, whose smile just uplifts you. It's an unbelievable feeling to have. It's something that I'm very happy to be part of, and something that I really, really appreciate. It's unbelievable, the siyata d'shmaya, the serious nefesh that goes into the yeshiva, and all the trips that they pay for, and everything they do for the guys. It's really a family. I just wanted to say thank you for all the memories and all the future memories, hopefully, and thank you.
to say. Who would ever think we'd have to say goodbye and face that final day? All your life concerned about the best for me, even in your final days that passed. Left in shock here thinking, can it really be? It happened all so fast. Now I was left with memories, sweet, sweet memories. Yes, I was left with memories. The happy days, the tears, kindness so unique in style. A lending hand for everyone, your special touch, so comforting, your smile. Forever we'll remember all the deeds you've done. Continue in your footsteps, in your ways, sharing life and comforting to everyone, reflecting